Yo, my boy, welcome to another episode. As always, two fans, two opinions, one game.
Welcome to Different Ends. I'm Ash.
And I'm Rob.
Every week we'll be breaking down the biggest stories in football, sharing our views, probably disagreeing more often than not.
In today's episode, we'll be discussing the World Cup game so far, the teams making the headlines, and the stories everyone's talking about.
Let's get started.
Yes, mate. What are you saying? How you doing, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah,
All good.
mate.
All good.
Very good, mate. This week has been crazy. So today's what, Thursday, right? So the beginning of the week, Monday. From Monday to Thursday, the games have been insane. I think, this has been the best week so far.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely stepped up, hasn't it? Like it seems like it's, we're getting right into the thick of it now. Everyone's team's played now as well, so it feels like it's really started.
Yeah, mate, we've got to start. So let's do it in order from Monday, right? We've got to start with a fairy tale. Cape Verde, first time in the World Cup. They're in dreamland. Did you watch the game? Did you see the game?
I did, yeah, I did.
Mate, that goalkeeper, Vecina, 40 years of age, 40 years old. That is crazy. He was man of the match as well, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard about him before the World Cup? I've never heard about this guy.
No, never heard. No.
Nah. So I was looking into it. He plays his he plays his club football in League Two in Portugal. It's not even like the same league as Sporting or like the top league, Porto, in League Two, and he's done that against Spain, which is like the defending European champions. Man, that is crazy.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's one of my favorite moments so far. Did you see the number of his Instagram followers jumped up from something like 20,000 to 13 million as of today?
It's at 13 million now. Oh,
13 million.
At the beginning of today, it was at 12 million. So it's skyrocketing. Yeah, it went from 20,000 to 13 million. That's mad. And even the defender as well. I think his name is Roberto Lopez. He was he's an Irish-born defender. And the story was he was working like a day job at a bank in Dublin. I know he was playing for Shamrock Rovers. And then Cape Verde's former manager, so not this one, the one before, reached out to him on LinkedIn. He sent him a DM on LinkedIn in 2019. And that's how we like to tell him, do you want to come play for Cape Verde? Imagine reaching out to someone on LinkedIn. That's how small this nation is. It is insane, man. So I've got to ask, right? We spoke about it at the beginning, at the first episode. So some of these nations, they have like no expectation, right? They're not going to win the World Cup. So they have heart. So does heart beat talent, or does heart if you've got heart, can you match someone who's like super talented like Lamine Yamal? Well, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean that's why we love the game, right? So we love football because it's not one on paper, right? You have to go out there and you've got to perform, and then any one-off game, anyone can beat anyone. Or
exactly.
Anyone create an upset like that. The game you're talking about, the Cape Verde game. It's it's why we love that game. And I did hear about that story actually months ago. The Irish player,
the defender.
I was listening to it on a podcast or on the radio or something, and they were interviewing the guy, and because I think he had some sort of Cape Verde. He's Irish, isn't he? But he has some sort of Cape Verde heritage. He was eligible to play for them, and obviously they're scouring the world. Manager scouring the world, trying to pick up talent. So
that's also crazy as well. You've got to scour the world just to find players to play for your own country. That's how small this nation is.
Exactly. So
man.
No, amazing, and you see the scenes at the end, right? The goalkeeper in tears.
It was beautiful to watch. This is why we love football. This is why we love football, man. Yeah. That's good, man. Well,
the imagination, isn't it?
Yeah. I hope they do well. I mean, let's see if Lightning can strike twice and they get a point somewhere else or even a win. I doubt it, but best of luck to them. But mate, we've got to go to that main headline. Tunisia sacked their head coach, right, Sabri Lamouchi, just after one game, after that 5-1 defeat. And that was the game that you watched as well, that you had one of your players to watch during that game. And then, And that manager, he had only taken over in January, right? So he was only in charge for 5 matches. But he's become the first coach to be dismissed after the opening of a World Cup finals, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. It's I just honestly I don't see the benefit. What the upside is going to be gained from sacking a manager through a tournament um, after one game, because it's just going to cause upheaval in the squad. Like, you're going to
Yeah,
have
everything you prepared for, your tactics, your strategy.
yeah yeah. If anyone comes in now, what are they gonna? They're gonna. I just don't see the benefit of it. Like it's
It's bizarre, isn't it?
sorry for him. Yeah, bizarre, and I feel sorry for him. Right? At the end of the day, he did lead them to the tournament, right? Tunisia.
Exactly. That's what I
So
exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
and so what's mad now? So they've appointed this guy, Hervé Renard. He's got work of experience though. So he was the guy that led Saudi Arabia to that 2-1 win over Argentina in the Qatar World Cup, right?
yeah,
So yeah, he's got experience, but this is not the actual first time Tunisia has pulled the trigger mid-tournament, right? So at the France 1998 World Cup, they famously sacked their manager Henrik Kasperschek after losing
mm,
their first two group games, right? So then it got me thinking, right? How many managers have been sacked in the history of the World Cup, right? Now, bearing in mind the
mm,
World Cup started in 1930, and there's been 23 editions of the World Cup, right? And in that
mm,
time, there's only been four managers ever to get sacked, right? So the first one that we just talked about against Tunisia, and
mm,
then there's another one in France '98. Sorry, so that's the Tunisia one. Henrik Kasperschek. There's a Saudi Arabia 1998. South Korea sacked the manager in 1998. So in 1998 World Cup, there was three managers that got sacked, and then in 2026 against Sweden, Tunisia sacked the manager. So there've been four managers in the history, right? So do you think it's right to sack a manager mid-tournament in the World Cup?
So that's the third time Tunisia have done it, and in 1998 they had three
Second
in the
time they've done it.
tournament.
Second time. Yeah. So once in
Second time,
1998, and then this one in this World Cup, so twice. And
yeah,
then, but 1998 there was two others. Saudi Arabia did it, and South Korea did it. So 1998 was seemed like a eventful World Cup.
yeah. Three managers getting sacked.
Mm.
Yeah,
But did you think it's right?
I don't think it's right. It doesn't really sit well with me. I mean, as a squad, players, right, staff, you work so hard, especially smaller nations, right? You work so hard to get to where you are, and you win and lose as a group, right? If you're going to make any decisions, you might as well you do it after
Mm.
the tournament's ended. I just don't see, and also I just don't see the benefit of it. I just don't see how. Yeah, I just don't see how you're gonna drastically change results. It just causes upheaval. A bit embarrassing, really, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's not like club football, right? So like Man United famously sacking Amarim, but bringing
Yeah,
Carrick in. But I feel like you're with those players more than you're with the international players, right? So you have
yeah,
more time to do training, like embed your philosophy, your style of play. But with the World
mm,
Cup, they're not training, so they're playing like once every 6 days, every 5 days, plus the travel. How are you gonna like where's the training time? How are you gonna get like friendlies in to get rhythm and practice? That there's no time to build up momentum. Like the World Cup is now started. This is it. This is it till you get knocked out. There's no let me have 1 week off to get up to speed. So it's actually
yeah,
so bizarre. Like I feel like if anything, this has hindered Tunisia even more.
yeah. I have to agree with you there, because you don't have time. You don't have the preparation, the build up. You can't change players. You've got to work with those
Yeah.
players. You don't,
Oh
like you
yeah,
said,
there's
you
no
don't
thing.
have
Yeah,
matches.
you can't even bring other players in, can you? Because that's your
No,
squad. That's your squad. So you can't change
yeah,
players.
yeah. So, and you don't have matches to try out tactics or to try different strategies. Um, yeah, I think it's just it's just like a impulse reaction, right?
Like a knee-jerk reaction. Yeah.
Like a knee jerk reaction, and it's just. I think it's a little bit embarrassing, to be honest. It doesn't put
Yeah.
them. It doesn't look good.
No, well, it
They
doesn't
should
look good for the
just do
country
that.
as well. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Put your thoughts in the comments. Is it right to sack a manager mid-tournament in the World Cup? But yeah, mate, on to the main event. Yesterday's game, what we've been waiting for. England versus Croatia. Did you watch the game? What did you think about it?
Yeah. I watched it. I thought that the first half England looked a bit sloppy, maybe a little bit slow to start. Defensively, looked a bit uh, didn't looked a little bit
Like
shaky
nervous.
defensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit nervous. Obviously, there was it was a bit of a surprise. I think it leaked out a little bit that Stones would start ahead of Gahey because of
How?
some
But how though?
fitness.
How, mate? How can it be fitness when John Stones has only played one 90-minute game since August?
Yeah,
Gay was bought in January and played every single game. He's
yeah,
played more
yeah,
football than John Stones. I don't understand.
yeah. I mean, that's why I think it can only be a niggle or to
But
do
you
with his
think,
body
but,
score
but,
and
but he brought
medical.
Gay on though. He brought Gay on for
He
Stones.
did, yeah,
So he can't be a
yeah,
niggle.
yeah. I'm not sure.
I just
Yeah,
think
not
Tuchel, he
sure.
just has his favourites maybe.
Yeah, potentially. And then Saka, I think Saka was a bit of a surprise. Was Everyone was expecting Saka to start, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe that one was a niggle. I don't know, but again, he came on as well, didn't he? He did come on in the
Yes.
second half and did well.
The only thing I thought was a surprise, right? So I'll do my like analysis of the whole game from the start. But in terms of like a surprise substitution, when he took off, I think he took off Bellingham and he moved. So he had brought on Morgan Rogers at the time, but he took off Bellingham and moved Reece James into the six and put Jed Spence at right back, right? So if you're talking about like a surprise sub, why not bring on Kobe Mainoo? So does he not have any faith in Kobe Mainoo to play next to Anderson if he's bringing James in to midfield? That was a bit that was what I didn't understand. Like if you take off Bellingham, you just do like for like. Because Kobe's been a six. He's been playing every game on the Carrick. He's had a great like resurgence on the Carrick. Like that's what I thought was a bit strange why he didn't bring on Mainoo.
Yeah, that's true. I thought that, but I did think that in the second half, England looked a lot better, especially going forward. I was quite excited by the options that we had, and it seemed like forward players played well. Rashford came on, took his goal really well.
I'm happy he scored.
Came on, did well. Yeah, Saka came on, did good things. I thought Jude played like a player that really had a
point to prove, right?
Himself. Yeah, he mentioned himself in an interview afterwards. He said, "I felt like I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder." So he was very honest, and it showed the way he played as well, right? I thought he did really. I was impressed. I mean, obviously, I'm a bit biased Villa fan. I would have liked Rodgers to start it, but I think Bellingham proved why he's a class act.
But you wanted Rodgers to start, but what did you think? Because he came on, he got a decent amount of time, right? Or was it around the 70th minute? So what did you think when he came on?
Yeah, I think he did okay. He did good. But I think I definitely think Bellingham was he could have scored again, didn't he? He could have scored 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, it was straight just after his first goal. He had like a shot on the edge of the box, right, in front of the goal, and he went to the keeper's right.
Yeah, I thought it did really well. And then should we talk a little bit about Harry Kane, the main man?
Mate, he doesn't disappoint, does he? He doesn't disappoint.
Yeah.
I think we've been brought it up. We spoke about it in the last episode. Like, is he England's best ever player?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
what do you think?
It's hard to argue against, isn't it? I mean, he's the top scorer by a mile. I mean, let's just put it this way: if England win the World Cup, he'll probably get knighted.
So yeah, for sure he'll get knighted, 100%. But I guess when you're talking about like England's best ever player, Bobby Charlton, right? Sir Bobby Charlton, he actually won the World Cup. So then the argument is, how can Kane be England's best ever player if Bobby Charlton done it and he's not done it? So I think he needs to win, or he just needs to win something. He needs to win the Euros or something, right? He can't have a career doing what he's doing, putting up the numbers, being a captain. Like you said, in the first half, they're all rubbish. In my opinion, they're a bit nervous. A bit like, when you watch a France game and France was very poor. It was like
Mhm.
like nerves, like jitters. Like the first game, you just want to feel like the World Cup, and in the second half, France turned it on. It's a bit like England.
Mm.
England was nervous. Like Bellingham wasn't really getting on the ball. Madueke,
Yeah.
he did a few things here and there, but nothing really like came off. James was poor at crossing. The only two players for me for England in the first half was Harry Kane and Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson was solid.
Anderson played
Like,
well. Anderson
yeah,
played. Yeah.
and like Anderson, that is his position
Mm.
for the next decade, 100%.
Yeah.
He was solid. That is what England needs, right? And he gave Rice a bit more freedom to not defend as much, even though Rice had a quiet game. But Anderson was solid, right? So
He did.
Kane
Yeah.
can't.
Impressed me.
Yeah. So Kane can't have this career a bit like how Rooney's England career was, but not win anything. He's got to win something. So just like how he's left Tottenham to go Bayern Munich to win some trophies, I think he needs to win for the country for him to be like that level, like the best ever.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it's difficult though as well, isn't it? I mean, it's so hard to win a World Cup. Only not
Yeah.
not
I
many
thought, I
players
think I
can.
saw somewhere. Not many players, but not many countries. I think it's only like 8 or 9 countries ever to win
Yeah,
the World Cup.
correct. Yeah. That's correct. And
Hmm.
but what does worry me though is defensively. I think we are, especially when we come up against the bigger sides in the later knockout stages. I think we'll be susceptible there. Yeah, and I think it just it there's more of an onus, right? And it puts a little bit more pressure on Rice and Anderson to provide a bit of cover because I think we can be got up at the back.
Yeah. Yeah. No, what side do you reckon? Like the left? Do you think what Riley or Dan James's side?
Centre backs, I think as well. I think just as a
Well,
unit.
if he doesn't play John Stones and play Gay, I think he'll be fine. Because how many times John Stones he's got priors for like just diving in, and he got found out a few times in the first and the second
Mm.
half. Just like he dives in at a tackle, the Croatian player would fake it and chop back, and John Stones
Yeah.
is gone. He's sliding off the pitch. So I don't know. I'm not confident that's going to be the centre back pairing going throughout like
Mm.
the latter stages of the competition. I'm hoping anyway. Like I think Gay he's got to play.
I think what worries me is the fact that we're even debating it, right? That who are the best two centre backs? Because I mean, the best teams that always win the championships, there is no debate on your unit at the back, right?
Exactly.
They're used to each other. They've played game in, game out. They've got an understanding. But just the fact that we still don't even know who the best two centre backs are
100%.
is not a good sign, is it?
But the only thing that we should be debating is who to play up front in that
Mm.
those three players, because like you said, the centre back in all like England, sorry, Argentina, Portugal, Germany, the centre backs
So
are like Brazil. They're known. They're going to be those centre backs throughout the whole tournament as your main centre backs. It's not an if or a but or a maybe. It's going to be those two, and then the left and the right backs. But yeah, so we should not be debating. And to concede the 2 goals that we conceded as well, it's the only thing I'm saying is the
sloppy,
first
wasn't it?
game. Yeah, it's very
Mm.
sloppy, especially the first goal. All we can
Mm.
say is just it's the first game. It's sloppy. They'll get better, but they'll have to get better because that Croatian team. It's not like the Croatian team of old, like when Modric
No.
was young. Modric is 41 now, right? So it's
Mhm.
like 4 years ago, 8 years ago. So when you come up against a younger, more energetic team like the Portugal, the France, the Spain, yeah, they're going to need to be a lot better, right? But you
Yeah.
got to give. There's one thing you got to give credit to Tuchel, right? So did you hear about what happened in? It's like his halftime talk.
No, what happened?
There were 2-2, right? And the players have come out and like confirmed this, and Tuchel did it in his post-match conference as well, right? He said at halftime to the players, if we lose, then we lose, but we lose playing our way, right? So he basically wanted the boys to play attacking football, which is what you saw happen in the second half, right? And
Yeah.
to be fair, I took my hat off to him because we were 3-2 up, right? And he brought on
Mm.
Morgan Rogers, Saka, and Rashford being 3-2 up, and then Rashford scores the fourth. So if that was on the Gareth Southgate, that would have happened. He would have gone defensive
No.
straight away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Love
one
that.
thing
Yeah.
that exactly. When I heard that, I thought, yeah, I'll give you ratings for that. Yeah. To be fair, that's what we wanted to see. If England plays in the second half, like throughout the whole tournament, I think they'll go very far. I
Yeah,
think they'll
and
go
it'll be
very far.
exciting. It's going to be an exciting watch, right?
It'll be
Because I don't
entertaining.
think, yeah, I think fans, right? If we lose playing entertaining and we've given it our best um, against the top team,
Yeah,
it's more the manner you lose, right? Rather than bowing out, trying to defend the
exactly.
lead, or because we've got quality players going up front. We need to. I think we should make them each play.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then so the midfield, right? So if you compare like what do you think about England's midfield? So you got Anderson, he's 23. Like I said, he's gonna have that position for the next decade. Rice is
Mm.
27 and Bellingham 22, right? If you compare that to other midfields like Argentina, Portugal, Germany, Spain, like where does England rank do you think in the midfield in the competition?
I think it's right up there, right? If you look at Bellingham, Rice, they're both 100+ million midfielders, right? Anderson, I think was in Nottingham Forest rejected 120 million from Man City before the tournament
Yeah, Man
started.
City is looking for that 120 million. Yeah.
So yeah, they're definitely up there, 100% up there with the France's, Spain's, Portugal's, Argentina's, and they're
Yeah.
young as well.
Yeah, they're young. The way I look at it as well, can those three players, so if you go through the other countries, right, can Anderson, Rice, and Bellingham walk into any other country's midfield? Or would they be on the bench?
Um, no, I think they can. Uh, I think Anderson is probably not as well known on the continent. He will be soon, I'm
He
pretty
will be
sure.
right. Yeah, he will be after yesterday's game. But I think, yeah, after this tournament,
Yeah,
he will be for sure, 100%.
100%. But yeah, I'm just trying to think. I don't think there's anyone that you could say anyone else really that's better than them. I mean, obviously people on a par. You could argue Bruno Fernandes or Enzo Fernandez on his day potentially. Pedri obviously is a talent, but I think
Mm.
they're as good. They're as good as any.
Yeah. I agree. Interesting, man. But yeah, that was a great game. Hopefully it continues. We got Ghana next, I believe on
Yeah.
Tuesday. And Ghana won yesterday as well, 1-0. So
Yes.
so yeah, but I think that'll be a tough game. The Ghanaians got energy, they can run for days, they won't stop fighting. So it'll be interesting to see who he picks, if he's gonna go with the exact same team or rotate. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it now. And actually, after that first half, I'm excited. Right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited to watch that again.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, same here. Cool. And then, mate, have you noticed as well, right? So that the referees have been like letting a lot more challenges go. Like the game in this tournament has got more physical. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, I've seen a few shoulder budges which I thought could have been given as fouls, but they seem to let the play go, which is
Yeah,
good, right? We're already getting stops in the game because of the water breaks. So
exactly.
at least at
'Cause
least
that's
it's
what I'm thinking. Have they been told to like let a few more challenges slide? Because imagine having water breaks, then every second is a foul. We'll never see football.
yeah. No. I'm all for it.
Yeah. So do you think? Okay, what was funny as well, right? So the games that I've been watching, because obviously this is new. Like we've had so many years where the games I feel like is now being babied, right? Being sheltered and protected. You can't make a tackle. So it's funny now. So I've been watching like the games, especially with France, and majority are like European players, and because they're so used to if they get a little nudge, they fall over and they're not
Mm.
getting a foul and they're looking around so confused what's going on because they're so used to like honestly, if a player blows on them, they fall over. It's like they're being shot in the ribs. They do a few rolls and stuff, but it's not been happening. So it's funny to see. But should the game go back to being more physical?
Yeah, I think so. We don't want to see stop start, right? We want to see proper football. It gets to a point where was it in Italy or Spain a few years ago, where yeah, like you said, where you only have to blow on a player that fall down and roll around 5 6 times. Nobody wants to see that. So I think it's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, because the one thing I hate, right? So you mentioned before about the shoulder barge, especially when it comes to like I don't know, let's say for example, like a tall player, like a tall, big physical player against a smaller player, like someone up front or midfield. Because now the game's changed. You got a lot of midfielders, a lot of wingers. They're like 5 foot, 8, 9, 10,
Mm.
right? And you got defenders are like 6'2", like a Van Dijk, 6'4", 6'3", and but you can still shoulder barge. It's still part of the game. So even if a Van Dijk barges someone who's like a Somerville, just
Mm.
because he's small and he goes flying, it doesn't mean it's a foul. It's a physical game. And another thing that I hate as well, slide tackling. When you slide tackle and you win
Mm.
the ball, but the follow through gets the player, like especially if the pitch is wet, because everyone waters a pitch these days. How are you meant
Yeah.
to tackle someone and not follow through? Like I've got the ball first and I'm sliding. Of course, my momentum is going to take me in the direction I'm going.
Yeah.
But if it
Yeah.
catches the player, yeah, that's one of the ones. I'm not even a defender. I'm a midfielder. I play in the wing, but I hate that the most. Like that's just a normal
Mm.
challenge, and they're ruining that as well. So I think they definitely need to bring back some level of physicality within reason, obviously, but shoulder barging and
Yeah.
just normal slide tackling when you win the ball has got to come back.
Yeah. But I think we're seeing that, right? That's what you're saying. We're seeing
But
like
in
they're
this
letting
tournament, yeah, we're
things go
slowly,
through.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we got to keep it though, because I don't want now we've seen it and it's working. It's been successful. Like a lot of the games has been free flowing, apart from the hydration
Mm.
breaks, but that will stop
Mm.
obviously. But just keep the free flowing. But when we go back to the Premier League, are they going to be like cowards and go back to this like
Mm.
little baby football basically?
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Nah, no. But that was that's a good thing to see, man. But mate, we've got to talk about. So we spoke about it on the first episode. Messi's last dance, Ronaldo's last chance. Only one of them showed up, and it was
Yeah.
it pains me to say it. Like I'm a Ronaldo guy, right? I'm Ronaldo through and through. But mate, I stayed up at 2 a.m. right, and I watched Messi, Argentina versus Algeria, and he did not disappoint. Did you see his goals?
Yeah. The guys. You run out of superlatives from, right? He's genius.
Did mate? I've
Genius.
actually yeah. I took my hat off and I was like, yeah. No, don't get me wrong. From a football point of view, I've always rated him. Right, you can't not rate what he does from a football point of
Mm.
view. But just obviously, everyone's gonna have their preference, right? You got like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, right? You got yeah.
Mm.
So you're gonna have your preference, Ronaldo or Messi. I would be Ronaldo, but I think I'm a bit of Team Messi now, man. The things that he
Yeah.
was doing it's effortlessly to score. And you know that's funny. That's his first ever hat trick for Argentina at the World Cup.
At World Cup, yeah, and it was on his 200th cap. Can you believe that?
200th
200.
cap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do we speak about? So in the first episode, we were saying, don't be underestimated. Just because he's won the World Cup, he's going to be highly
Mm.
motivated to do it again because he wants to break. Like, obviously, he's not going to come out and say this because footballers, you're not going to say individual record, but he wanted to break Miroslav Klose's goal scorer record, which he's equaled it now, or he's one behind or equal. I can't remember if he's on 17 or 16, but he's going to break it. He's going to smash it. He's going to get an all-time win, like in the World
Yeah.
Cups, the most wins. And if he does retain that World Cup, which Maradona failed to do in 1990, I don't even think there's I was talking to my dad about this. My dad's obviously from the era of Maradona, right?
Mm.
Right now, Maradona and Messi are on par. Got a World Cup each. What Messi's done is just ridiculous in terms of accolades. Maradona obviously is ridiculous in his own right. But if Messi wins a second World Cup, surely he's gone above Maradona.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to argue that, and I would agree with that. I mean, I've got very. I'm at the era where I got very faint memories of watching Maradona play. I did watch him a little bit. USA '94 towards the end of his career, and when Italian football was big. I used to watch a little bit of Italian football when I was younger. But yeah, Messi is just a superhuman. I mean, he's just unbelievable. When you see him line up as well, and you see his teammates, they're always looking for him. He's a true leader, and you can just see how much they admire him. I don't know if you see it. The other players, they really admire him.
Mate, they worship him. They
They
protect him.
worship him. Yeah,
Mm.
they protect and worship him. And I think after that, I have to say, I would not be surprised if Argentina go ahead and they weren't one of the favourites from what I was hearing, but I wouldn't be surprised if they, yeah, they do very well.
You just can't write him off, even if they're not favourites. If he's on that pitch You cannot write him off. And it's funny that you said that his teammates look out for him. That's one of the things that they said at commentary as well. As long as he's on the pitch, if another Argentinian player gets the ball, the first thing they do is look up and look where Messi is. That's the first thing. It's like that's part of their drills in training, because that's all they did, right? And what's clever about him, right? So, and again, I watched the game yesterday, Portugal and Congo, and obviously Ronaldo and Messi have changed the game. Yeah, I think where Ronaldo's going to struggle. Number one, he's a bit too selfish. Messi is not. Like Messi doesn't mind if other players score. Ronaldo needs to score, right? If Portugal wins and Ronaldo doesn't score, he's not happy. And that was a thing. It's been a thing throughout his career. I think he even said it once, like when he was naive and a bit younger in his younger days at United or Madrid. Like even if Madrid wins but he doesn't score, he's not happy, and that's the wrong thing to say, obviously. And you can see in the style of play, like they both adjusted their game. Like Messi, he's happy to walk around and drop back and let players run on and run behind him. And that kind of, because that's how he scored even his second goal, or even his first goal actually, because he had people running behind him and he picks up the ball out like in a deeper position, right? So if people are running behind you, you're going to still create space because the defenders are going to follow you, right? Which is fine. Yeah. So in Ronaldo's game, he wants to be in the box. He doesn't want people running behind him. He wants to be that guy in the box to get the goals. And it was a good analysis because I was watching it yesterday, and even Rooney picked up on it. So Ronaldo will stay in the offside position or be that last man, and defenders are worried about him. So you got like two defenders, even sometimes three, focusing on where Ronaldo is. When Ronaldo drops deep, there's obviously going to be a gap between like the penalty spot and the 18-yard box, so that the midfielders can run into. And that's what happened with, I think it was Neves who scored that header, right? Because there was that gap, so it frees the player. But Ronaldo just has to keep that gap and let his players score, but he doesn't want to. He wants to be the one to score. And I think that's the problem. Messi's happy to let people run behind him and he passes the ball to them. And what will happen, they get the ball and normally pass it back to Messi. That's why Messi scores a lot of his goals outside the 18-yard box, right? Because now there's that gap. The defenders have followed the strikers and left a big gap for Messi on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how Ronaldo's going to do it. Like I'm hoping it's a blip. I'm hoping that like he comes to light in this tournament. I think the next game is against Uzbekistan or someone like that. So he should pick up a lot of goals, hopefully. But his mindset is that he needs to score first, then his other team members score. Yeah. Whereas I think Messi is anyone can score. But because they look for him and they've created that gap because there's runners behind him, he will just naturally score regardless, man. It's so hard to mark.
And the team is set up for him, isn't it?
The team is set up for him. You got players, but the same thing as well. The team's set up for Ronaldo. Like people are going to still press. Like whether you're Portugal or Argentina, you're playing with 10 men. Because Messi is walking. I watched the whole game. He walks and he only runs when he needs to run. And same as Ronaldo, right? So the team is set up for both of them. The only difference is that like Messi has no problem finding his teammates to score. But I think Ronaldo needs to score.
It's the selflessness, isn't it?
And he just does not have that. He's ruthless, and that's why he's going to get 1,000 goals, right? So you take it with a pinch of salt, right? Like he's a ruthless striker. He'll get you goals, but the selflessness. At the end of the day, it's a team sport, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I'm happy all the strikers have turned up. Messi, Mbappe, Haaland, Kane, Havertz. Even the USA striker Balogun, 2 goals. Did you see Mbappe's goals? Did you see Mbappe's goals?
I saw Mbappe's goals. Yeah, it's in the first half. I felt like he was a bit. He seemed a bit off the pace in the first half.
Yeah, his touches were gone.
His touch was off. And but he definitely in the second half he looked.
He came to life. Yeah. Who do you think is going to be the top goal scorer?
I think that top scorer Messi probably.
Yeah. Same. But mate, thanks again. That was it was great chatting to you. Looking forward to the next couple of games over the weekend. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in to Different Ends.
Whether you agreed with us or thought we were completely wrong, we appreciate you joining our conversation.
Yeah, if you've enjoyed the show, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us grow.
And remember, in football, there are always different views, different opinions, and different ends.
We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.